Hey everyone, happy Saturday. This is Eric Silvermoon. I'm super excited to make this video. I was recently tagged in Kimmy's video. Um, well, I guess the whole thing is called the intuitive tag. Um, and so she tagged me at the end of the video and she shared 15 questions that had to do with, with spirituality. I mean, they're really good questions. So whoever made these questions, good job. They're pretty cool. So I'm just gonna share with you my answers on these. I haven't really had time to kind of sit with them, and so it's gonna be pretty unedited in a sense. And so I'm gonna take a sip real quick. I love tea. You guys know I love tea. Okay, so okay, in Kimmy's video, she had like these cool PowerPoint question color cutouts that had the questions in it so you could follow along. I don't know if I'm that creative in that sense. This is new to me, so I'm just going to read the questions and then I'll answer them. So the first question is, share your first paranormal experience that comes to mind. Let me see. So, okay, it's kind of scary and sad a little bit. So in high school, I used to be bullied a lot as a kid. And I remember walking home from school, and I normally went this, and it's very similar to Kimmy's, and I'm seriously not ripping her story off, but I remember going. I normally go down this road to walk home from school, but I literally decided I was looking at that road, and it looked really scary. Like I felt a stop. I felt like someone pushed me back, was holding me, and said, "Don't go down this road. Go down this road." And so I was like, okay. And so I went and I felt anxious. I felt like my heart was racing. And I went down this other road. I went straight home and I got there and I was okay. The next day, um, my friends came up to me. He's like, "Hey, are you okay? What's going on?" I was like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" "Yeah, I'm all right." They're all like, "Well, we heard that there's these kids that are waiting to jump you on the way home from school." And I mean, I felt so grateful in the sense that I felt like someone was watching and guiding me. Um, but I was really scared. I really didn't know what happened. It was weird because that one road I always went to looked shaky, looked scary to me, and there was so much fear on this road. So to know that if I would have went there, I would have been, I don't know what would happen to me if I went down. I mean, I don't even know who was there, what kids were waiting to beat me up, or I don't know. I mean, from an early age, I came out as being gay. I was, overweight at that time, so I don't know. Goddess only knows. So I'm very grateful I didn't go down that road. Okay, so let me get some more tea. So the next question is, have you ever, sorry, have you ever had a premonition? I don't think so. I don't think so, actually. Um, no, no, I don't think so. Let me see. I get very strong intuitive hits where I know, no, I'm not gonna go in that house, or no, I'm not gonna go out today, or I don't feel comfortable with this. My spirits are telling me it's not the way to go. But I don't think I've ever had that, like, what's that movie? Like the Final Destination kind of thing where I could see something and then a bus happens and I was like, oh my God, I almost made it to that bus. Or I don't know if that makes sense. But no, no premonitions for me. I'm open to them, of having them. So, okay. Third question is, when did you get your first tarot or oracle deck? What deck was it? Um, my first, let me see, my first it was a tarot deck. And it was this cool little, like, small square box with this little miniature card meaning things. It almost looked like it belonged on your keychain. My older brother Hayden got it for me. I think it was for a birthday. It was just like for fun, but I really liked it, and the pictures were really cool. I didn't use it as, I mean, I wasn't sure how to use it, even though it came with a book. I just liked going through it. I liked the feel. It was very magical. When I first started to really get into practicing um, spiritually for myself, the first deck I got was an angel uh, deck. It was the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And so that was I guess, the first Oracle deck I got. At the moment, right now, I'm really into Tarot Illuminati. And I believe the guy who created his name's Eric Dune. I'm sorry if that's not right. I love it. I love the deck. I love the colors. I love everything. I just like using it a lot. Um, so yeah, that was my. Okay, so the next question, number 4. What element do you connect with the most? The earth element. I love the earth element. I love anything earth. I love, um, I don't know, I just love earth energy. I love working with Mother Earth energy. I use a lot of herbs in my magic. I used to use a lot of grass and leaves in my spell casting. I have a deep connection to this planet. Um, I have a feeling this is my first time in this planet, as in like any past life stuff like that. I don't think I've ever been anywhere else um, here before. I think this is my first time, so I tend to to want to experience a lot of earth-based things, and so yeah, earth element for sure. The next question is number 5. Do you believe in fairies? Of course, I believe in fairies. Who doesn't believe in fairies? I do. I believed in because of my mom. My mom really got me into fairies. The first gift I bought my mom when I had a job and had money, I bought her this fairy doll. It was like a porcelain, excuse me, Irish fairy doll, and it had a little um, cauldron with coins in it. Um, and I used to like it, that fairy. She still has it. She used to tell me like she used to see fairies, um, and I think I've seen a fairy before. I mean, when I was a kid, younger. I mean, I have fairies around my house. Um, I usually call on them before I cut anything from earth, like flowers and stuff like that. I ask permission, and if I feel good, then I'll say thank you, and I'll snip it correctly, and if not, then I'll leave it. So I try my best not to piss them off. um, so next question is number 6. Do you prefer the moon or the sun? Uh, Sorry, I want the moon for sure. The moon. I always love the moon. Every time I'm outside at night, I look for the moon. Most of the time, it's always behind me, which I feel symbolically and spiritually is beautiful. I feel like she has my back whenever she's behind me. Um, I love the moon. I love working with the moon energy. Well, recently I've been working more with the new moon energy because I've been really into my goals and setting things for myself. And when the full moon comes in, it's more of a completion kind of type energy. So that's when I get to really just be in the present moment, experience the gorgeousness of that full moon, and know that 29 days have happened, and be in that moment of completion of everything that I worked, whatever goals I achieved. So full moon tends to be a time track. If I feel like I'm not present, time going too fast, then I'll realize there's a full moon, and it'll catch me off guard, and it brings me in to realize that I need to slow things down, that I need to be more aware of my surroundings, not to work too quickly and have that tunnel vision. So yeah, moon for me. The next question is number 7. What is your favorite crystal or stone? Um, I don't have just one. I have two. I know that I don't have to pick one, but I won't. I'm gonna pick two. Um, I use amethyst and citrine a lot. I use them together on my tarot cards right there, those boxes. They each have a amethyst and citrine tumble crystal stone in there. I I like them together. They help me with my psychic awareness, my when card readings. I always have citrine and crystal with me in my crystal toolkit. I feel that they constantly keep my cards charged and in a positive, supercharged psychic energy. It protects them, and so I love those two. Um, it's a nice balance because I associate amethyst with the goddess energy, art energy, and then I associate a citrine crystal with the god energy. So having them together is just like magical. I love it. I love it. So that is okay. So next question is number 8. Can you see spirits and spirit beings? So sorry, I'm not really good at talking too much, so I haven't developed my speech voice. So what is no? That's not the question. Can you see spirits and spiritual beings? Yes. I tend to see my angels a lot more than I would see my spiritual guides. My angels, I see them. The one I see the most is my guardian angel. She likes to come to me in a bright white light, and it's always she's really tall. I would say in the top corners. I always see her. When I'm at home, I know that she's with me. When I'm thinking in prayer, I'll see a flash of light, a white light, and so I associate that with my guardian angel. Um, Whenever I see color flashes, I associate those with my archangels. Um, the one I see the most is green, which I associate that with Archangel Raphael. And so for me, when I see him present, or actually I see Raphael present mostly when I'm doing some kind of shadow work, because that's when there's healing, there's growth happening. And so when I see that light, I know that I'm doing something right. I know that I'm either healing or in the right direction to heal something. So um, I used to see a lot of spirits when I was doing my mediumship. I have a kind of strange connection to mirrors. I could see spirits through the mirrors, through the reflections. I tend to have them around inside my house, everywhere. Since I put a stop to developing that mediumship, I haven't seen any, especially since I moved into this house. I haven't seen any through any spirits through my mirrors, and so I know my fiance Eric is kind of happy because he doesn't see me distracted by a mirror and then he gets freaked out. So so far it hasn't happened. So yes, I do see him. The next question, which is number 9, would you rather be able to fly on a broomstick, breathe underwater, make things grow fast, or control fire? Um, I am a huge nerd when it comes to video games, superhero stuff like that. So the nerd in me wants to pick flying, but I also associate myself with like Poison Ivy from Batman. So I will want to make things grow fast. I think it'll be super cool. Maybe because I'm with my earth element, it'll be super cool to make things grow like plant life, trees. Definitely that whole poison ivy feel. I would definitely do that. I know Kimmy talked about that. I think she was just joking, like if someone was hungry, then you just kind of grow some food up from the ground and have that abundance. And so I like that. I like how she answered that. So I would definitely go with having things grow. I have a feeling that if I really did have like that kind of power, I'll probably be a villain because I tend to like them and I think they're a lot cooler than heroes. But that's just me. Okay, so the next question is number 10. What is the animal totem that you feel most connected to? Right now, it's the spider, and I don't like spiders. Spiders scare me. I have such a fear for them, so it makes sense that they're my current totem animal. Um, I see spiders. Well, I should say, whenever I see a spider, I know that I'm at a brink of creativity. Like my creativity meter is full, and so it's important for me to express myself somehow to make sure that I'm honoring that creativity. It also spiders come also when I'm in a tough spot, kind of like I'm not sure what direction to go or what to create in a sense. So when there's that whole brainstorming feel, I usually see spiders very present, and again, I don't like them. So I try really hard not to kill them when I see them. But when I do, I either have Eric capture them or I'll capture them and take them outside. So at the moment, right now, it's the spider. Um, to be more specifically, I think it's a black widow kind of spider, but I don't know. Okay, so question number 11. Oh, what is your first animal totem or spirit animal? The first one I've had is an owl, a white owl. And those of you that know me um, know that I had a lot of owls in my house. It looked like an owl hoarder. They were everywhere. They were like in my kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom. They're everywhere. There was white owls everywhere. So once I think that was more for me of my awareness moment, my awakening, that the owl was very present. It allowed me to really gain some wisdom, experience, awareness on a lot of things, and so um, the owl was very present. Not so much now. I think I'm moving past the owl. Sometimes I feel he comes forward and gives me a little bit of wisdom, but not as much as before. Right now, like I said, the spider has been very present. So I do miss my owl. I do. The next question is number 12. Tell us about your first spirit guide. Hold on. My first spirit guide um, that I actually chose, I'm going to answer it this way. The first spirit guide that I chose to work with was the goddess Hecate. And I first heard of her through some friends when I lived in Bakersfield. Um, they were kind of just her name kept popping up. The Hecate, her goddess Hecate kept popping up in conversations, and I was asking a lot of questions. And the more I would ask, the more what she did and what she would offer as assistance resonated with me. And then one year I went to San Jose, California for a PantheaCon event, and excuse me, Christopher Penczak was having a Hecate meditation, and she definitely came through. And I asked her that meditation, I really want to work with you. I'm going through some challenging moments where I don't need a lot of fluff. I kind of need to hear, you know, I need to hear the answers, not with BS surrounding it. And so she decided to help me in that moment. It's been great. I feel if it wasn't for her, I would have not been where I'm at right now spiritually. She helped me release a lot of fears, a lot of um, anger, a lot of confusion. So I'm very grateful for my time with her. I don't work with her now. We did part ways at one point where I gained the confidence, and that was her gift to me was that final. This is your confidence. Start working with other people. So it was great. So she was my first spirit guide. The number 13. Do you feel more or wait? Do you feel more connected to the stars or the earth? Um, that's a good question. Uh, I mean, I'm such an earth person, but there's always been a longing to, I want to say, reconnect with the stars. Like I mentioned a little bit before, I think I mentioned in this video. I don't think that this is, well, I should say, I think this is the only time I've ever been, my soul has ever been in this earthly human experience. I do believe my soul is not new. I feel like I've been at other planets, maybe been a soul for a long time, and this is the first time I take a human experience. So I tend to want to experience a lot from here. So I would say for this question, I would choose Earth, but I tend to look at the sky a lot, wanting to know more, as in who am I kind of questions. So I tend to look at the sky. So that's a hard one. The next question is, let me take a sip of tea. And for those of you who are interested, it is passion fruit from Tazo. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, the next question is number 14. What is your preferred method of blessing and cleansing? Incense. Incense all the way. I use incense for everything from blessing my house to sealing my circle to cleansing my decks to before readings, after readings. Incense, fantastic. My go-to tool. I do love sage and I love using my sage feather and everything, but Eric, my fiance, doesn't really like the smell of sage, so I did sacrifice that. He could tolerate incense. I know a lot of people don't like it, but he's okay with incense, and so I've adopted that as my main tool. So the next question, which is number 15, what color do you feel most spiritually connected to? White. I really like the color white right now. It used to be purple. Um, White right now for me has been huge. It has been the color of divine light, has been my connection to my spiritual tribe, to psychic awareness for me, for awakenings, for clarity. It has been the color of a portion of last year, and it's definitely the color for this year for me. I tend to wear white a lot. I've noticed that with my new website, I went for a more cleaner background, white background, and it's just everything just seems to be really coming together when there's white involved. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. But yeah, so white has been very spiritually connected to me, and I love it. I love working the color. The next one is number 16, but it's not really a question. It's just an opportunity for me to tag some of you. And so I actually want to tag my sister goddesses of the Witches of the Four Quarters. So I'm gonna tag Melanie Wallace. I'm gonna tag Lindsay Liistro, Crystal Starshine to this. And just for fun, because I know she's gonna rock these questions, and I'm so excited, and I hope she does it, is I want to tag Kelly-Ann Maddox from the Four Queens to do the intuitives tag. I would love to see all your videos for Melanie, Lindsay, and Crystal and Kelly-Ann. So I tag you, and I'm so thankful for you guys for watching. I'm gonna try to edit it because right now it says that it's 23 minutes, and so I might chop it up so it's not too long. But if I don't, thank you for joining me this Saturday, for hanging out. I'm very grateful and excited. Thank you, Kimi, for tagging me. This was fun. I like these kind of questions. And so, yep, that's it. I'm done. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Blessed be.